Good afternoon and welcome back to Field 5 at Del City Ballpark here in Del City, Oklahoma. You are looking live at Oklahoma Drive, getting ready for the next game of pool play against Southwest Oklahoma Pride out of Altus, Oklahoma. My name is Pedro Claudio, and I'll be bringing your play-by-play here for this contest and the rest of pool play that concludes here with one more game immediately following this contest on Field 2 against Cato Chaos. While we're waiting for umpires to arrive, we are going to go over the offensive starting lineup for Oklahoma Drive, along with the defensive assignments for them in this contest. Leading off and playing center field, Brecken Franks. Batting second, playing shortstop, Natalie Silva. In the circle and pitching is Bella Lanye. At first base and cleaning up, Tessa Claudio. Batting fifth, playing second base, Jordan Barfield, who had a home run in her last contest. Batting sixth, playing left field, Devin McDaniel. In the designated players spot, batting seventh is Bella K. Johnston. Batting eighth at third base, Piper Poff. Batting ninth, playing catcher, Mia Wardwell. And rounding out the order, playing right field, is Helena Krzyzewski. That's the starting lineup for Oklahoma Drive in this contest against Southwest Oklahoma Pride out of Altus, Oklahoma. We're going to take a pause right now and wait for the umpires to arrive, and when they do, we'll be back live. This is Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball. All right, we got the coaches at home plate discussing with the umpire, trading lineups. We're about to get underway. Last game, Oklahoma Drive broke a 14 out of 15 coin toss loss streak. And they will now see if they can win 2 in a row and be the home game for 2 straight games. And we're back to being the visiting team. Game time officially at 2:38. We've got a 1-hour time limit, I believe. So we'll be about ready to get underway. Oklahoma Drive will be the visiting team in this contest. Back to normal. Southwest Oklahoma Pride will take the field first. Drive comes into this contest 1-0 in a day, having beaten I don't even remember who we beat earlier today. Battle 2K12 by a score of 8-0. And they now look to go 2-0 before moving over to Field 2, where Cato Chaos will be awaiting them in the third and final game of pool play. Some of us are lobbying for bracket play to start this afternoon and evening so we can all be done in time for Game 7. I will say this, no matter how far we go into the day tomorrow, we will be broadcasting live play-by-play no later than 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. So I'm getting that programming note out there right now. We'll likely have some game changer video, but we will be broadcasting all the way up until about the 4 o'clock hour, and then we'll be switching over to game changer video. But that's tomorrow. And right now, we're getting ready to drive. Game time temperature, 88 degrees with a 20-mile-an-hour wind. Again, if any of these drive players can get it up in the air towards left field, it's going to be a chance to fly out of here. Jordan's already hit one out. Who else is going to join her with these conditions very favorable for a long ball? Southwest Oklahoma Pride is done with their warm-up tosses, so for the next 57 minutes, sit back, relax, and enjoy this segment of the Oklahoma Drive. It's time to drive. Here we go. Brecken comes to the plate. And she awaits the first pitch. Southwest Oklahoma Pride in their red, white, and blue tops, white pants, white socks, white shoes. Stormtroopers on the bottom, very patriotic up top. First pitch to Brecken is outside and low, and we're underway here in the top of the first inning. Thanks for joining us from wherever you're watching here on this midday Saturday. Swung on, hit to past the third baseman into left field. She's going on her way to second, and she's going to reach with a stand-up double.
Number 9, Natalie Silva.
So Brecken reaches with a leadoff double, and drive is underway. I'm going to have to move myself just a little bit so I can see the field a little bit more. I'm just letting those behind me know. I don't mean to block your view, bud. So Natalie steps to the plate with Brecken at second, shows bunt, gets one down nicely to third. There's not going to be a play. It's thrown away and right all the way into right field. Brecken comes in to score, and Natalie's now on her way to third. So that's going to be a bunt single, and the throwaway allows a run to score. Natalie reaches third, and Oklahoma Drive takes a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. That brings Bella Lanye to the plate. Driven into right field. That's going to drop for a hit. One run is in. That goes all the way to the fence. Bella's on her way to second. Is probably going to stop there with a stand-up double.
Wadio.
So Drive now up 2-0 with Bella Lanya at second. Tessa Claudio at the plate. First pitch at the knees for a strike, 0-1. So Tessa waits on an 0-1 pitch with nobody out, 2 already in, and Bella in scoring position. Big swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. So Tessa down in the count, 0-2. Driven in the left field for a hit. That goes all the way to the fence. One run is in. She's on her way to second. And that's a stand-up double. So back-to-back doubles continue to plate runs. It's now 3-0. Tessa's now 2 for 2 in the day with 2 RBI across her 2 games. And that brings up the bomber, Jordan Barfield, who had a home run in her last game. She's hit one in the air, and it's up, it's up, it's up. And it's up against a wall. That came 3 feet from going over for her second home run of the day. They threw it to third, almost picked off Tessa. She dove in safely. It's still 3-0. With this wind, all you got to do is get it up in the stratosphere and let it carry it, and it almost did. 3-0 now. Runners at second and third for Devin McDaniel. First pitch changeup catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. So Drive continues to swing hot bats. And it's looking to max out the first inning here. That one swung on, fouled out of play. Count moves to 0-2. So 3 straight Drive hitters have hit it to the fence. Hit on the ground to short. Late throw to first. That's going to count as an infield single, and it's going to drive in a run. Tessa comes in to score. It's now 4-0 Oklahoma Drive. Jordan advances to third on the single from Devin McDaniel. That brings up Bella Kate Johnston with runners at first and third. Still nobody out. Drive up 4-0. Shows bunt up high. Devin takes up for second. Reaches there safely on defensive indifference. It is not a steal. now ducks are on the pond for Bella Kay to end this inning with a single. Swung on, hit in the air. It's foul. And the count evens at 1-1. Right field, that's going to drop for a hit. One run is in. We'll see if a second one gets there. That'll be a no. That's an RBI single, and now the runner's coming home, and she's out. So on a single, one run does come in, one run is out, and Bella Kay, hustling all the way around, gets to third. On the throws home, so it's 5-0 drive, and Bella Kay represents the end of the inning if she can come home and score. Coach Shannon wants a word with the home plate umpire, and the coach for Southwest Oklahoma Pride wants a word with their infield. We're going to take a moment and be right back. This is Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball. All the meetings on the field have ceased, and Piper comes to the plate. Driven in the right field, that's going to be a hit. That's going to end the inning. RBI single for Piper Poff brings it to 6-0. Drive only gets one out in that inning, and it's on the base pass, but Drive scores the maximum. And we move to the bottom of the first inning with Drive up 6-0. This is Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball. Let's go over the defensive alignment for Oklahoma Drive. The starting lineup for Oklahoma Drive in this contest defensively. In the circle pitching, Bella Lanye. Behind the plate catching, Mia Wardwell. Tessa Claudio at first. Jordan Barfield at second. Natalie Silva at shortstop. Piper Poff at third. Devin McDaniels in left. Brecken Franks is in center. And Elena Krzyzewski is in right. That is the Oklahoma Drive 2K10 defensive starting lineup. Bella's getting her last warm-up pitch in, and we're about to get underway here in the bottom of the first inning. Drive leading 6-0. Just as they did in the first contest, taking a 6-0 lead. We'll see what Southwest Oklahoma Pride can do here in their half of the inning. First pitch from Bella, up and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Next offering high, 2-0. I think Bella's feeling like she can't grip the ball right. 2-0. Bounces in 3-0. She's looking over at Coach Garrett, feeling like she's needing some rosin. So 3-0 to Bella. And that's at the letters for a strike. It's 3-1. Strike to Tessa for the first out of the bottom of the first. 1 away. Lefty coming up, so right side of the infield needs to be ready. First pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. This is Oklahoma Drive's last tournament before going to nationals. Changeup crosses the plate at waist high. It's 1-1. Nationals will be starting July 1st in the Nashville area. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Had her swinging way ahead. So Oklahoma Drive looks to add another national title to their trophy case after winning the 14C national title last year. 1-2. Hit on the ground, foul off the foot of the batter. Count stays at 1-2. Cued off the end of the bat. Piper Poff picks it up, throws it to Tessa. 2 away. Hit on the ground off of Bella to Jordan, who throws it over Tessa's head. So that's going to be a reach on error. It went off of Bella's glove or inside of her foot. Jordan picked it up, had enough time to get it to Tessa, but overthrew her. The runner advances to second on the errant throw. So there's a 2-out runner for Southwest Oklahoma Pride. Hit on the ground to Bella, who picks it up. Nice toss to first. That ends the inning. Southwest Oklahoma Pride does not score. And we move to the top of the second inning. Drive leading Southwest Oklahoma Pride 6-0. This is Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball.
Number 14,
We move into the top of the second inning. Mia Wardwell, Helena Krzyzewski, and Brecken Franks all due up this inning. Drive leading 6-0. Drive in their white pinstripe tops, black pants, red belt, red socks. First pitch to Mia, swung on and missed for a strike. It's 0-1. Timing just way off on that. But only one strike. That changeup crosses at the waist. It's now 0-2. So Mia down in the count, 0-2. Bounces in, good eye by Mia. Count moves to 1-2. Up high, 2-2. Thanks for joining us. Straight up 3 o'clock Central Time in Oklahoma. Oklahoma Drive and Oklahoma Pride, that's high. 3-2, so after going down 0-2, Mia has worked a full count. You're watching Oklahoma Drive 2K10 on their YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us as we play this second pool play game. Hit on the ground at third, picked up, thrown to first. That gets the out, 1 away. So Mia grounds out to third.
Number 78, Helena.
And that brings up Helena. Helena comes to the plate looking for her first hit of the game. Woo! Starts to lunge at it, but thinks better of it. Thankfully, it's 1-0. 1-0 count coming. Foul to the backstop. Count evens at 1-1. Helena's the switch hitter of the group here, having batted on the left and right side last year. Only done that once this year on the left side. Way high. Nice job by the catcher to keep the camera equipment from being damaged. It's 2-1. I'm about to have an early test of the contraption I've got up there. That's low. Helena's now ahead in the count 3-1. Does not need to help. That's at the knees for a strike. It's 3-2. That was a good pitch. Helena's got to find the one she can drive, not help here. Full count pitch coming. Swung on and missed. Catcher drops the ball. She doesn't take off for first. That ends up being an out. There's 2 away. So Helena strikes out for the second out of the inning. That brings up the top of the order, Brecken Franks. Swung on, hitting over left field. That's going to drop for a hit. Cut off by left fielder, but it's not going to stop Brecken from going to second. She's speedy, and that's a double. And a 2-out double has Oklahoma Drive looking for a rally. Natalie comes to the plate, shows bunt. Up high, 1-0. With 2 away, a bunt has to be for a hit. Sack bunt does us no good here. 1-0 pitch. That one called at the letters for a strike. It's 1-1. Not Natalie's pitch, and that's okay. On the inside corner, that's strike 2. And Natalie now has to protect. So a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch coming with 2 outs and Brecken at second. Outside, evens the count at 2-2. So deuces are wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Drive leading by 6. And Natalie awaiting that pitch. Up high, 3-2. So for the third time this inning, a batter has driven the count full. And a payoff pitch is coming again. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That ends the inning. Drive gets a runner aboard but does not score. We move into the bottom of the second inning. Southwest Oklahoma Pride trails Drive by a score of 6-0. This is Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball. We move into the bottom of the second inning. Oklahoma Drive, 2K10, leading Southwest Oklahoma Pride by a score of 6-0. There is another Oklahoma Drive franchise team in this tournament, and that's Oklahoma Drive 2K11. They are in the other pool. So depending on the bracket scenarios tomorrow, we may have a drive-on-drive family feud. First pitch at the bottom of the second inning is across the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. Next pitch is outside. Count evens at 1-1. Bella got that batter swinging way early. Count moves to 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground foul. She reached, got a piece of it. It's 1-2. I just realized Bella's not wearing a face mask. That was just outside, and the count moves to 2-2. Two pitch coming. Bounces in. Count goes full at 3-2. So just like in the top of the second inning, counts are being filled up. Swung on, hit in the air. That's going to drop for a hit in left field. So a leadoff single puts a runner aboard for Southwest Oklahoma Pride. here in the bottom of the second inning. So that's going to bring up the pitcher. Swung on, hit in the air to right. Caught by Helena. Nice job by Helena to get that out. One away. Runner stays at first on the fly out to right on the first pitch of her at bat. Shows bunt. Outside, nothing doing at first to second. They may have. That was an outside pitch. It's 1-0. We'll see if something's going here on this next pitch. In for a strike. The throw to second just a little bit high. So a stolen base by Southwest Oklahoma Pride as the count moves to 1-1. Swung on and missed. That pitch was in the dirt. Almost a golf swing. It's 1-2. If I had to guess, this is another 12U team that we're playing. On the outside corner, gets the batter looking for strike three, and there's two away. So two away and a runner at second for Southwest Oklahoma Pride. Swung on and missed. For a strike, it's 0-1. Mia gets up looking to throw. And the runner at second wisely goes back. Does not get picked off for the third out of the inning. 0-1 pitch coming. Outside. Count moves to 1-1. That's on the corner for a strike, and now the count moves to 1-2. Errant throw. That's E2 on the catcher on the errant throw. The runner's able to advance to third as the ball got away from Bella. Swung on, strike three. Tipped into the mitt. That's the third out of the inning. So Bella pitches around. A leadoff single. And we move to the top of the third. Drive continues to lead 6-0. This is Oklahoma Drive, 2K10 softball. Bella Lanier, Tessa Claudio, and Jordan Barfield all due up here in the top of the third inning, the heart of the order coming up. Drive leading 6-0. It's been an efficient game thus far. We're barely 35 minutes into the contest. But we're already in the third inning. The last game seemed to crawl at a snail's pace. Let's see if we can
Let's go, Bella.
drive some excitement here. First pitch to Bella. She reached for it and fouled it to the catcher for the first out of the inning, one away. So Tessa comes to the plate. First pitch up high, 1-0. Her last at bat. She drove it to the fence. Got an RBI double. Part of the 6-run inning in the top of the first. She does a half swing of some sort. Don't know what that was, but the count moves to 1-1. One pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Good cut. Good cut by Tessa. Popped up in the air. And she pops it up to the third baseman for the second out of the inning. So there's 2 away. Tessa pops up harmlessly to the third baseman. That brings up Jordan, who's been fence hunting all day long. First pitch up high, 1-0. Jordan has a home run in the first game and a double in this one. Drilled in the air. That's going to be in the field of play. Ice cream scoop catch by the center fielder for the third out of the inning. So Oklahoma Drive goes down in order, and we move to the bottom of the third inning. Drive continues to lead Southwest Oklahoma Pride by a score of 6-0. This Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball. We move into the bottom of the third inning. Drive leading Southwest Oklahoma Pride by a score of 6-0. If everybody is tied in pool play is tied, it'll go to a run differential. There's a max run differential of 7 runs in any contest. As far as bracket play goes tomorrow, we don't know the time frame. They've removed the times as there was an error in the original bracket. So as soon as we get a time frame for potential matchups, we will let you know. First pitch of the third inning on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Ooh, swung on and missed for strike 2. And Bella has this Southwest Oklahoma Pride team all discombobulated right now. Swung on, hit in the air. Tessa's got it. She calls it. Gets it for the first out of the inning. 1 away. Nice job by Tessa Claudio. I think she called it. The coaches are telling her to call it louder. fans in the stands heard it. So we're clear. First pitch fouled, just out of play. 0-1. Hit on the ground, pass Piper Poff into left field for a hit. Runner's going to go to second. There's going to be tagged, and she slid into the tag. So a nice throw. So that's going to be a single with a catch. Picked off at second. Nice throw by Devin to Jordan for the second out of the inning. So 2 away, and the base is now empty. First pitch fouled off to the left side. It's 0-1. So a ball that got past Piper Poff into left field. By the time Devin McDaniel got there, runner had thoughts on second. Hit in the air to left field. Devin catches it. It pops out of her glove, but she catches it with her bare hand, and that makes the third out of the inning. So Devin makes it interesting, but nonetheless, that's 3 outs. We move to the top of the 4th inning. Drive continues to lead Southwest Oklahoma Pride by a score of 6-0. This is Oklahoma Drive, 2K10 softball. With approximately 17 minutes left in this contest, Southwest Oklahoma Pride looking to hurry things up. They're down 6-0. Can't really afford to get down much more. 6 runs, the maximum allowable in any inning. But Drive, after getting 6 in the top of the first, has failed to score in the next 2 innings. Tell me if you've heard that one before. I'll wait. Okay, now that we've said when that last happened, we'll move on. First pitch to Devin, fouled hard to the backstop, bounces off the structure of the fence. It's 0-1. Next offering. Swung on, hit in the air, popped up to first. First baseman lost it in the sun. It falls harmlessly and did not go fair. I think she saw it, and then she saw the sun and didn't see the ball anymore. I would shy away at that point too. I don't want to get hit in the head. I got enough problems up there. 1-2 the count. Yeah, it might knock some sense into me, I know. Yep. Count now moves to 2-2. So after an 0-2 count and almost being fouled out, Devin has worked the count full. That pitch was inside, I guess, for ball 4. And Devin's aboard. That was a 50-50 pitch that I would not have taken. It worked out for Devin. Good for her. And Bella K. Johnston comes to the plate, looking to move Devin around. That goes down as a strike. I think it started as a bunt, tried to emerge into a swing, ended up a strike. It's 0-1. That was a slow evolving set of circumstances there. Swung on, hit up the middle for a hit. There's a single. She's going on her way to third. That's Devin. The ball goes into third late. So Bella Kay with a single and advancing to second on the throw into third. So runners at second and third with Piper Poff coming to the plate and nobody away.
Piper.
In the air, somebody should be tagging. Caught! So a foul out for the first out. I actually think Devin was tagging. That might be the first time we could say that this year. But wise play by the first baseman to quickly turn around and know that there's a runner at third. Runners remain at second and third with only one away. First pitch to Mia. Up and out for a ball, 1-0. Mia with an RBI opportunity here. Hit on the ground at third. They're throwing to first. It gets away from the pitcher. One run's already in. That's an RBI that was going to go down as an RBI ground out. 2 runs come in on the reach by error.
Now batting, number
It's now 8-0.
Helena Kercheski.
So that goes down as a reach on error. And RBI is attributed to Mia. And then another run comes in on the error. Helena now comes to the plate with Mia at first, hitting from the left side. Throws it away into right field. So a 1-0 count. The throw to first is awry, allowing Mia to advance to second on the errant throw. So she stands there with Helena batting from the left side with a 1-0 count. Low and outside, 2-0. Last year, Helena, the only drive player to record a hit. That's in the air. No hit there. But I was going to complete that. She's the only one who recorded hits from both sides of the plate last year for Oklahoma Drive. But in that instance, she lined softly to the third baseman for the second out of the inning. That brings up Brecken, who's gotten on board both times. Starts off with a 1-0 count. Mia at second, 2 runs in. Swung on, hit in the air. There's 2 away. That's going to drop somewhere, and it does. It's going to be an RBI single for Brecken. And it's now 9-0 Oklahoma Drive here in the top of the 4th. Only 10 minutes left in this contest. So in the bottom of this inning, unless Southwest Oklahoma Pride scores at least enough runs to get within 6. Driven in the left field. That is out of here! Una bomba! got a Natalie Silva! A 2-run home run from Natalie Silva brings the score to 11-0 Oklahoma Drive, and the floodgates have opened. That's a long home run for Natalie Silva, bringing that score up to 11-0. What a bomb from Natalie. The second home run for Oklahoma Drive on this day, the first from Natalie Silva on the season. So now up 11-0. Bases are empty for Bella Lanier. Up high, 1-0. That was an absolute blast from Natalie Silva, putting the score to 11-0. On the inside corner for a strike, it's 1-1. Immediately following this contest, we will pack up and move over to Field 2, where Cato Chaos is likely awaiting us at the conclusion of this contest. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. That's going to drop. Fair. That's fair. Oh, they called it foul. They hit the foul part of the line. So the count moves to 2-2. That was going to be a 64-foot single. Hit on the ground right to the pitcher. The throw to first ends the inning. We move into the bottom of the fourth inning. Southwest Oklahoma Pride needs to score 5 and quick to force a fifth and deciding inning. Otherwise, this contest will be over. Drive leads 11-0, powered by the 2-run home run from Natalie Silva. This is Oklahoma Drive, 2K10 softball. Oh, 65 minutes, that puts us till 2:43. Correct. Yep. All right, 65-minute pool play contest, but they're going to have to score at least 5 to keep this game alive. They got to be within 6 so that there would be one more inning. So Southwest Oklahoma Pride is going to have to find a way to score 5 quick runs to force a fifth and deciding inning. I guess they've got until 2:43 or 3:43 rather. I'm sorry. But if they don't score at least 5 runs, this contest is over by run rule. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. So now Oklahoma Drive has 2 long home runs. Hit on the ground to Piper Poff. Picks it up, throws to Tessa. Gets the first out of the inning. Nice job. Piper Poff gathering herself and making a good throw to Tessa for the first out of the inning. Next batter Hit on the ground to Piper Puff. Oh, she doesn't pick it up. She popped up a little bit too early. That's going to be a reach on error. Piper Puff popped up too early. Don't say that 5 times. And the runner's able to reach on that error. Hit in the air to center field. That's up against the fence. That's a super long single. It hit all the way at the base of the fence. Almost went over. Drive just needs outs. That's on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. One away. Umpire calls time. While we wait for time, remind you, we're going to end this feed, move over the field 2, and then we'll pick up action with a game against Cato Chaos. Swung on and missed. Count moves to 0-2. This is academic at this point, but we got to get 2 more outs. Hit on the ground. Somebody's just got to get it, get an out. There's an out. Piper Puff picks it up. Gets the out at first. Runners advance to second and third, but there's 2 away. And Southwest Oklahoma Pride, to keep this game going, needs the next 3 batters to all reach and score along with the runners on base. A tall order at this point. Hit on the ground, foul. 0-1. Showed bunt. Got a quick swing off, but it was foul. 0-1. Just outside. 1-1. The batter almost jumped out of her shoes to go get that one, but held up. 1-1. Looked at the umpire for a long time before realizing that was a ball. Swung on a miss for strike 2. And Southwest Oklahoma Pride is down to their last strike. One-two pitch coming. Swung on, hit in the air. Jordan catches the ball. That ends the ball game. Oklahoma Drive wins by a score of 11-0. Bella Lanye picks up the win as the starter. Natalie Silva hits a 225-foot home run. The time of the contest was approximately 59 minutes, and the attendance was dozens of fans. We're going to end this contest, end this feed, and move over to field 2 as we'll start a new feed here momentarily as Oklahoma Drive is about to take on Cato Chaos and try to go 3-0 in pool play and be the 1 seed out of Pool B. Again, the final score, Oklahoma Drive 11, Southwest Oklahoma Pride 0. We'll see you here in approximately 5 to 10 minutes.